All right, testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. I want to thank everybody for coming out to the Springboro Tea Party's Reaffirmation of the Bill of Rights rally. This has been in planning for a little while, and we've been putting a lot of time and effort into it, and every last penny we could to try to get this bad boy to happen. So if anybody has good favor with the man upstairs, say a little prayer, and hopefully we have clear skies throughout the whole event. I'll have Gale Joy come up real quick, and I know he's going to be fairly brief in his comments, and then after that, I'm going to have Mary Sue Geimer come up. I'm really looking forward to you hearing some of her statements because she's got a lot of good information about GMOs, Monsanto, and a move that a group that she's involved with to help abolish corporate personhood. So that's going to be pretty interesting as well. So next, I want to bring up Gale Joy.
Thanks for coming out, guys. Really appreciate everybody's being engaged. When Sonny originally called me, you know, he asked me if I would talk about what it takes to bring it local, and you know, obviously I said yes. One of the things that we need to realize is that we need to be thinking globally, but we need to be acting locally, and you know, what I mean is we can think about things on a national basis, but unless we change things at the local level, it isn't going to matter. And when you start talking about things like that, you got to think about what you can do. You know, one thing that you need to do is you need to be engaged. And just coming out here today showing that you guys are engaged. It may be a very small amount, but it is a part of that. And what I'm trying to get you to do, or what I want you to do, is become more engaged. There's various avenues. There's political parties that you can get involved with. There's Tea Party events. I don't think that there'd be any of the various participants here that would turn you away if you was willing to ask for what you could do. The second thing that you guys need to be thinking about is educating yourself, and you can do that by going to getting together with the local Tea Party groups. You need to be educating yourself on the Constitution. You need to be educating yourself on the local issues. And finally, what you need to be doing is you need to be either finding good constitutional-minded candidates, or you need to be that candidate yourself. And that's what I'm going to encourage you to do is to be that candidate. We have a system of government where we have essentially given up our personal responsibilities, and we have, I call it an epidemic of apathy in this country, and it's at all levels of government. It's not just at the federal level, but it's at the local level too. As a local council member, I can tell you that we can't get people locally to come out to our meetings. I can ask you a rhetorical question. You know, how many of you guys have been to a local meeting? You know, how many of you even know who your council people are? You know, who's your local mayor? Who's your township trustee? These are things that you need to know, and these are people that you need to know personally. And I'm going to encourage you to get out to these meetings, and you need to learn who they are. We have a situation where we have lost our personal responsibilities to our fellow citizens. We have our personal responsibility has become apathy, and where we've allowed other people to trust other people to do the right thing in elected office, and it just ain't happening. And frankly, we need to be that catalyst. And you know, as the secretary of the Constitution Party of Ohio, I can tell you that we are actively looking for candidates, and as long as you're willing to abide by the platform and be judged on the Constitution, then we would accept you into the party with open arms. But one of the problems that I see is we have lost the personal responsibility to even change things locally or bring it back locally. We have a situation where we want to change things in DC, but we aren't willing to change it in Springboro. And the fact is that if we want to change even the food stamp program or the welfare program in the United States, we have to be willing to stop it or contribute to it locally. I mean, it's not that big of a deal for us to take $5 out of our weekly budget and buy a couple cans of tuna or some soup and donate that to the local food pantry. That could, if we did that across the United States, it would effectively create billions of dollars that was not needed at the national or state level. When you take that situation and you turn it into politics, you find yourself with a situation where every local establishment wants to have a grant program, and essentially that grant program is nothing more than government welfare. We're teaching our school boards, we're teaching our municipal managers that they don't have to be working within their means, and they're quite willing to take money from the state or the feds. And when they take this money, all it's doing is creating that same debt and national deficits that we see. And we're borrowing this money from China and other foreign governments, and it needs to stop. We need to be encouraging our local elected officials to stop that program. We need to, if we can't afford to do it locally, then it shouldn't be done. I mean, when you start looking at a local program, you have four avenues to fund that. One, you can look at your general fund. If you don't have money, you can raise the money through usury fees. So let's say, for an example, if you want to put in a sewer system, you can raise the money on that sewer system. If that doesn't work, then you can go and you can ask the people to fund a tax. If the people say, no, we're not going to fund that tax, then you don't do the project. I mean, that's the bottom line. So I encourage you guys to get involved. I encourage you guys to get on the ballot. You can get on the ballot in a lot of nonpartisan local elections, school boards and city councils with 25 valid signatures sometimes. And we need to be the catalyst to change. If we want to change it nationally, we have to start locally. So thank you very much.
Real quick, just to say the websites to check out are SpringboroTeaParty.com, also Council of Conservative Citizens at cofcc.org, and you can get a local chapter at cofccohio.org. Also want to give a shout out to Chris Marks from maxgraphics.net here in Mason. He made a couple of these banners here, the Ron Paul ones, the STP, and the CFCC Ohio. He did those. So I believe in purchasing local first because I'm a microeconomist first. And obviously, if anyone else needs any banners, if you're planning on running for office, look up Chris Marks at maxgraphics.net.
Give me shelter, don't leave me behind. It's your last life, don't leave me behind. So much pain now, don't leave me alone. Under the cellar door, beneath the floor. I'm losing the last life to bring me down. So much pain now. I've seen this before. Under the cellar door, beneath the floor. I'm losing the edges of my mind. I'm coming closer than you know. I'm losing the edge, calling out this name I hear. Lead me close to the answer, calling out this name so clear. Lead me close to the edge. Frustrations, frustrations in your life. I'm losing the edges of my mind. I'm coming closer than you know. I'm losing the edges of my mind. I'm losing control. Playing with fire, dancing on a thin line, pushing it to the edge. I've been out all night and it's gone right to my head. 100 miles an hour and not slowing down. I got the pedal pressed to the floor. I've had me enough, but I still want some more. Come on, give me some more. I've got no time for love tonight because there's someplace else I'd rather be. A higher place in my so-called society. This red light's in my rearview mirror and another bridge is burned. There's no turning back, I've reached the point of no return. I've reached the point of no return. I want it all and I want it now. I want my cake and eat it too. I'd like to burn the candle at both ends, it's true. When will I'm not gonna make it home, I got no place to go. There's red lights in my rear view mirror and another bridge is burned. There's no turning back, I've reached the point